Well, it seems Pinterest is the go-to website when looking for tips on creative treats, but we have a live tutorial right here in front of you, along with a professional with me here to show us how to decorate gingerbread cookies. And Tunde is here this morning. She is the author of a cookie decorating book, and she's here to give us some easy tips on how we can make some beautiful cookies. And I will let you take the floor because these are very impressive. They look like they're machine made. That's how beautiful they are. So
good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me here.
Yes,
Kayla.
thank you.
I will give you an apron.
Now tell me about this apron. Of course, before we came back from break, you said where this apron came from.
Well, this came from Hungary, where I am from.
Okay.
And it's been made in a 200 years old workshop.
Okay.
The 7th generation of the same family is making them by hand.
Wow, beautiful. And so
I just love them.
That's where you're from. Of course, I'm sure you can hear her beautiful accent. I can hear her talk all day long. You talk so beautifully. Now let's talk cookies now. Gingerbread cookies. We're in the season for gingerbread cookies, but let's talk about that a little bit. Well, we're getting there.
It's not really seasonal. You know, we associate gingerbread with Christmas and the holidays, but you can give beautiful gifts for any occasion. This 3D heart, what we are making today, can hold a jewelry or colored candies for a gender revealing party.
Wow, so this actually opens up.
Well, you have to crack it to open up.
And then of course you can eat the cookie. So it's hollow inside, so you can put whatever you want inside of there. So that is so neat.
To make this, I use these molds to bake the cookie on.
So you just simply put the dough over top of that mold.
And cook it and bake it. And then I color it with a mixture of egg yolks and food coloring. And we can start decorating.
You can see that beautiful cookie. It doesn't look like a cookie from the front, but ta-da! There we are in the back, that hollow cookie.
And we just decorate with simple white royal icing.
Now, you're going to make me look bad.
No.
So I just take this tip off, of course. Now, you have this in just a Ziploc baggie. That's what you put your icing in.
Sometimes I just cut a corner to the bag, so you don't really need special equipment for this.
Now, to make sure that you have it up in the tip, did you just kind of do a trial and error here on your napkin?
It can get dry really fast, and I just
Now, you have to start at the beginning with me. You know that.
Yes, I do a smaller heart.
Now, it's very hard to see that on the camera at home, but of course she did trace a small heart, so we have a little bit of an outline to go along with here on the cookie. Now I'm going to lean my head over and watch you do yours.
And if you don't like to do this, you can just make little dots all around.
Now that's easier for me.
Which is easier.
I'll try that one. And that way you at home can see what the different designs look like. See, I'm doing you a favor because I'm so terrible at it. No, it really isn't as hard as it seems. Of course, you're making it so easy with the different steps that you've made with carving an outline and everything. So,
and if you have an outline, you can make some patterns inside. Usually I decorate sitting down, so
so it's a little
shaky.
different.
But you see, even if you are shaky and you don't do it perfectly, it will look gorgeous.
Sure. Now, how did you get involved with decorating cookies?
2 years ago, during the holiday, I started it, and it's highly addictive, so I just do it.
There's mine for everyone at home. You see how beautiful that is? You can laugh, sure, if you're at home and you're laughing. Yeah, beautiful. Really? No. So what are you doing next? Now, you're making designs inside of your heart that you started. Now, you are just all that. I'm going to copy you. I'm gonna take this that she has up front, and it's so easy. You just, of course, you have all of your icing. Now, is there a particular icing that you use that you think works better?
Yes, it's just a royal icing. You will have all my recipes online on my website at tundescreations.com. We probably will have
we have that website for you, and I'm sure they'll get that up on the screen in just a moment. But again, it is so easy. Just put that icing in your Ziploc baggie, and then it's just no real mess with it at all, as long as you have that icing tip on there. And then you just kind of squeeze that out, and here I am talking about how easy it is and losing track as I'm trying to talk and do icing at the same time. But you can see how beautiful hers is turning out. Of course, she has different designs all over that heart, and it's just simple lines. As long as you take one line at a time, I think that it makes it a lot easier. Don't feel overwhelmed when you look at the design, right?
And in my book, there are practice sheets. You can practice if you put a piece of paper in a sheet protector, you can practice on it with your icing bag.
All right, so
That's what I do during my classes.
I have to get started here because we're going to get to the end of this segment and go to commercial, and I'm not going to have a design on my cookie, and then I won't look good. All right, but of course there is more that we're going to talk about with decorating these cookies whenever we get back from commercial break. Maybe I'll have actually a true design that you all can look at and laugh at, along with a beautiful design that you have here next to me. So we'll be right back. Okay, well, if you're just now joining us, we are decorating gingerbread cookies. As we are leading into the holiday season, why not go ahead and start practicing decorating these cookies? Now, of course, we're laughing at my decoration compared to yours here. Now, we do have a gingerbread artist in the studio, along with an author of a cookie decorating book. So we'll get to all of that information in a minute, but let's finish up what we started here with decorating these beautiful gingerbread cookies.
Yes, we have the two sides. I let them dry for a whole day.
Okay, now what did you paint on this? How did you get this red color? I skipped that part.
It's food coloring and egg yolks and milk. Okay. You can get the recipes from my website.
Okay, and your website is?
It's tundescreations.com.
Okay, tundescreations.com. And of course, now you are...
I'm still using my royal icing to glue the two parts together. I put a little ribbon inside so you can hang your 3D cookie from the Christmas tree.
So if you had missed it, that is what we're making. We're making a 3D cookie here, and that can... you can put anything inside of it if you want to surprise someone with some little treats inside, a little piece of jewelry or some little candies, of course, and you just piece these together, and that's what she started here. Of course, we have this gingerbread cookie. I'm going to reach over you, I'm sorry, that we baked over top of this sculpture here. So we molded on top of this, and then of course we have this beautiful cookie, and then you do whatever designs that you'd like. And I'm laughing at myself because mine, of course, do not compare to yours, but I think if we had time and we were really sitting down, that I could get a little bit better at it.
It would help a lot.
Yeah, and there's so many useful tips too, and I'm sure that you mentioned them in your book, or at your book signing you will. When you have this icing in a bag, it's something that I didn't realize until we were during commercial break. If you kind of twist your bag, that will keep all of your icing pushed down toward the tip, and that way it'll come out a lot smoother, because I was losing my icing all the way to the top of my Ziploc baggie, which was very difficult. So you have now put the icing. Now, would you consider putting the icing on both sides of the halves or just on one side?
Just one side is fine, and then you can decorate in between, so to hide the icing you used as a glue.
Okay.
And
I want to continue
tomorrow during my book signing, I will do some cookie decorating as well.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. You have a cookie decorating book that you have published. Now, when did you start putting in, I guess, designs and everything for your book? How did that work? The designs for your book?
Yes, I just make the designs. I bake the cookies. I take pictures step by step. Okay. And I put them together to make a book so everybody can copy these designs.
All right, now I'll stop here. Now these are some previews of the books that she's going to have, and will you have all of these books at your book signing?
I will have these three, and the third one is a coloring book.
Okay.
And people can color tomorrow at Barnes & Noble with me.
Okay, so moms, make sure you bring out your daughters, of course, as you're learning to decorate cookies, and they might be too small to kind of join in on the fun. We'll have some coloring books too.
My 4-year-olds love these pictures.
Well, good, absolutely. Now, there are so many designs that are featured inside of your books, and they're also unique. Of course, we have different cookies here that you've decorated, but let's get back to what we started with today. Now, this is, of course, the 3D cookie, and you have finished it. You have put the icing on the edges of one half of the cookie, and then you simply just push them together, and then you put dots, and that kind of hides, I guess, where the crease is, and it all looks like one piece. And it's amazing because it doesn't even look like a cookie. It simply looks like maybe a little wooden box that you would put a treat in.
Yes, or an ornament.
Absolutely.
From gingerbread, you can make boxes, gingerbread houses,
absolutely.
Everything.
Now, and there's so many different things that you can do with it, and we're just so excited to see all of the different things that you have going on this weekend. Again, this is taking place at Barnes & Noble.
Yes, and next Monday I will start teaching gingerbread workshops at Gallery 916. It will be at 6:30.
Okay, is that in Bowling Green?
It's in Bowling Green on State Street, 601 State Street.
Okay.
And
well, you have it going on, girlfriend. You know what you're doing with these cookies, of course. There's so many different ways that you can do this, and I'm sure you use food coloring or different tips, of course, with all of the icing that you're putting on the cookies. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you very
much. At
much.
home, make sure you're coming out to learn these different tips as we head on into the holiday season. You want to be ahead of the game, and you want to be able to teach people how you can do these different holiday decorating cookies. And you can even have your girlfriends over, of course, and just the girls' night and decorate cookies and surprise the men in your life, of course, with some delicious treats when you come home, right? Well, thank you so much for joining us. And again, that is Barnes & Noble this weekend, and we want to see as many people as possible for this book signing. We'll be right back.